Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn how to change column names of Panda data frame. Before the lecture, we have to load the required packages, read the data, and then display the first 5 rules. Yeah, we already learned this. Okay, let's write. But if you look at the Panda data frame tables carefully, you find here's unnamed columns. What's this? This is the index column that we saved last times. We really don't want to use this because there's a new index column. So let's remove this, or in fact, let's remove this. Oh, okay, let's do it. We use index underscore column equal 0. This means that we tell pandas we have already a index column in our data sets. So we will use the first column as the index. 0 is the first column. No, let's write again. You see, the unnamed column disappeared. Let's display the column name here. If we look at the column name, we find the names are really bad for data analysis and modeling because there's a space. You see, there's a long name, even contains unit. Let's change the name in details as follows. First, suppose all the names are good, but except some white space. We just want to remove this white space. Okay, let's do that. Now we define a new variable, df, maybe rename. That means renamed df, because we don't want to change anything about our original df data frame. Is equal. Now we use df, the original data frame. We use rename. Then we means the column columns plural form. Here we use a function lambda function x dot strip. What's strip? Strip is an inbuilt function in Python used to remove leading and trailing white spaces. That means even there's some space before this string, this name. Then we show df our name columns. We show the name. You see, no, the space are removed. We can also do in another way, very similar, but is in fact a new way in Pandas new method. Here, we don't write column here. We use axis equal to 1. That means the column. Axis 1 means column. So let's write. Yeah, we get the same result. Here, we can also use, just now I said 1 means column. We can do this. Columns. These are the same. If you like, you can use this one because you can let others understand your code well. See, let's run. They're the same. I just make a note here. Okay. No, suppose also we usually meet sometimes maybe there's special characters like dollar, hash, and a sign. This is and sign, maybe before or after the variables. Yeah, we don't like that. But here in this project, there's no such case. But we can regard this part as a special sign, special characters. We'll remove this. We can do in this way. Here, maybe we copy this to save times because they are very similar. Here, df rename columns, we still use lambda function x, but here we change strip to replace. Replace. We replace this part, the unit. We put a quotation mark because it's string. We replace this into a quotation mark. Yeah, single or double. Here's no space. If you put a space, then this part removed, but there will be an extra space added. So there's no space. Let's show. You see here GDP, the units, this part has been removed. Also, we even can remove this space. Yeah, this space. We can just put a space here, for example, run. You see, the space also removed. Okay. Also, in some case where maybe we just want to change name into lower cases or uppercase, something like that. Let's do it. We still use the df name. df, let's see. Very similar. Here, maybe we copy this part, oh, the whole. Rename. Here, the column. Here we are just columns is string, means string dot lower lower means the lowercase. Yes, we delete one like this. You see, it all becomes lowercase. Province, P, GDP. Yeah. Of course, you can do in this way. Yeah. Axis 1. Here also, you can use axis 1. How about the uppercase? Uppercase is very similar. Yeah, we just copy and change here. Of course, we change it to uppercase. Yes. You see, all becomes up capitalized. Well, let's see. Sometimes maybe just suppose the name are very good, but they are different countries. For example, these data are China's GDP, social economic, yeah, variables. Yeah, some variables. Maybe there's also US, Germany, Canada, or whatever. So we want to distinguish this GDP. We can't call all of them GDP. Yeah. So we need a prefix or suffix. Yeah. So let's do it. We still use df. But here is not rename, but we change df. We use add underscore. First, maybe we prefix. Then prefix what? We add CN means China. This is China's GDP underscore. We add this. Let's write. You see, we add CN underscore to the names. Looks nice. For the suffix is very similar. We just change prefix to suffix, but we change this underscore to here in front of the CN. Let's write. You see, no is a province underscore CN, GDP ranking underscore CN, and so on. Okay, it's very good. But in some case where we need only rename some specific columns. For example, we only change the original, this one. Yeah, this one, maybe see the GDP ranking, for example, GDP, this, or population. Maybe we just change these three. We need to change these three. We copy. Maybe put it here first. We use df rename. Copy it. df rename columns. Here we use curly bracket. We change this name. We change the GDP ranking, also there's empty space as maybe capitalize GDP R this the year to year, also all capitalize the uppercase. This one GDP with the unit, we change it to GDP in this way. So let's show the names. You see, we changed these three. Of course, we also can move the columns. Here, we use axis is 1, or axis is equal to columns. Yeah, as here we already studied. You can try. Yeah, like here. Okay, let's move on. Delete this. Sometimes, as our case, we need to rename the whole columns completely. How do we do that? We can use set axis with a list and also a in place false to do that. Let's do it. I just copy from the note. It's long. You just need the process. We need to write here one by one. So we this df set underscore access, use this one. Then we use this with this is the new name. For example, we use province, the short form GDPR, year, GDP, and so on and so forth. This is the new name. Use a list. Yeah, here why I said with a list. And then axis is column or axis is 1 is okay. Then in place equal false. We don't want to change the df. That's me. So let's write. You see, all have been changed. That means the column names. It's nice. Another method is we just use the columns attribute with a list. Yeah, this one. This one, we can compare. We write it this way: df.columns is equal the new names, like this. Let's write. But first, we have to see here. If we write df column the name, you see the original name are unchanged. But this one, if we run, because here is df, we use the original data frame directly here, the column names. So we write, then if we show, you see df columns the data frame name, you see, they changed. So the difference between these two methods is the set underscore access is that it can be used as a part of a method chain, and it returns a new copy of the data frame. It's good. Here we also can write like here we give a new name, like here we give a new name, new variables. Then we just use the copy. Yeah, here because we already run this df columns the same. You see, changed. Here it's already changed. But we can give a name, then just show the copy. Yeah, this is convenient than this one. This one is completely changed the original data frame. But there's also other ways. You can make a copy first in this way. Here also introduce a little bit. We can do in this way. Date, same name, R name, the renamed data frame is df, then we use df, then df, this one. df r name underscore r name columns. So we keep the original one. I mean, in the case you don't want to change the original data frame, maybe you still use it later in the code. So you can dealing in this way, or you can use the set underscore access. So far, let's see our results. In fact, our new data frame into CSV file. Yeah, we already learned this. So the df, the last one we have already changed. df to CSV, then the path. We use the path here is in the working directory, the data footer, data, then we give a name, maybe we call it GDP underscore China renamed. Here, another things I add is because at the beginning, here's an unnamed column because we saved the index. No, we don't want to save this index. We just write here is index is false. Here index equal to false. Okay, let's write. So there's no error. If you are not sure, just go double check here. GDP China renamed. GDP China renamed CSV. There's another copy. Oh, this new one. CSV. Oh, sorry. Here's we put the extension because I already saved one. CSV. Please remember always add the extension of the data form. Here's the CSV. Then write again. It will be covered this old one. Yeah. Let's delete this. Okay, in the future, we will use this data. Okay, thank you. This is the lecture and hope see you in next lecture. Thank you.